The second most powerful man in America made a visit to Conway today.
I showed up an hour early to work the next day. No joke.
For the fifth straight year, the Clemson Tigers come out victorious over the Gamecocks.
We're learning that this wasn't the only Circle K to experience what they're calling a glitch.
Out Alabama to Alabama.
That's it.
Is that right?
That's it.
We've been talking about food all morning. Jamal, hopefully you will get to eat soon. The race is on for the Democratic presidential 2020 nomination.
Never got to win a national championship as a player, but she went on to win several gold medals.
Picking him to win over you. So if you can go into a little bit more detail, why would these people pick that? What if he eats a big lunch, you know? Like that, like our spread. And a lot of people have tickets waiting for the event. Are we all going to sweat while we're waiting for his arrival?
Only on Fox tonight, a Midlands family saying goodbye to a little boy who was hit by a car last weekend.
That family is determined to make sure 20-month-old Madden Madre's death is not in vain. Our Courtney King has been tracking this story all week and joins us live in Columbia with the latest. Courtney?
Well, Brian and Myra, every seat was filled and people stood along the walls to honor little Madden. Now, even though it was held at a funeral home, the family made sure that this service was a celebration. The service started with a song, and then a poem written by Uncle Bob, but read by Madden's father, Andrew Madre.
You're so wonderful to think of, but so very hard to be without.
The 20-month-old boy died Saturday after being hit by a car in Newberry County.
As we brave that bitter grief that has now come to stand, we all can't help but wonder why God took our little madman.
An orange ball was there for comfort.
Are there balls in heaven where little boys go? I guess only you and God will know.
Madden's family says ball was one of his first words and that he loved sports.
With Jesus by your side and a ball in your hand, madman strong.
Madden's parents didn't want the day to be about sadness. After the poem, his dad gave a confession.
I never told Mommy, but I was so scared. So scared to make a mistake or do something wrong. You made Daddy look like a pro.
The family celebrated their little boy's life.
Your smile wasn't contagious, it was infectious.
Those in attendance wore colors instead of black.
You are now his MVP, most valuable baby. Push that truck with all the other beautiful angels and know that Dada will never, ever, ever forget you.
Although Madden's parents said their goodbyes, his mom, Bobby Godfrey, said their baby is with the angels.
We're all just jealous. We're all just jealous. We're just selfish people because we just want him here. But he's in such a better place. Such a better place. So much better than us.
Now, Reverend Jeff Odell gave the sermon today. He spoke about how Bobby and Andrew met with the driver in the accident to show him support and compassion. He told the congregation today he's impressed with their strength during this difficult time.
We need to know. We need to know what happened to my son, no matter what it was.
Every day, Melissa Johnson writes a new number on her calendar.
695 days.
That's how long her son Taylor has been missing.
Even though I still want to hope that he's going to walk through that door, I know he's not going to. I know my son's gone. I know that.
22-year-old Taylor was last seen by his father on May 31st, 2016, around 7 p.m. that night. He was walking along Pond Branch Highway near this Dollar General store. His father didn't want to go on camera, but says his son didn't look right.
My husband called me and said, well, what am I supposed to do? He won't get in the truck. I said, let him walk.
Taylor was on his way to his former girlfriend's house. The man's mother says he regularly went on walks when he was stressed out.
I'll have to live with that. We have to live with that.
You look at it and people don't just vanish off the side of the road. It doesn't occur.
Captain Hampton Taylor of the Lexington County Sheriff's Department is the lead investigator on the case.
Everything that has been brought to us has been followed as far as it can go and has left us at an end with no results.
The captain says authorities have leaned heavily on tips, but they have rarely panned out. Taylor Johnson had no criminal record and no enemies investigators know of.
We just haven't gotten that lead that we need to help us get a clear direction in which to take this case.
That same night, he calls and he says, Mom, I love you, and don't forget that. And he's never said that before. Never said that before.
Why do you think he said that?
He was upset.
Melissa Johnson says her son was struggling over a breakup, and he missed his 3 children.
Happy birthday, dear Daddy.
What's the probability that he skipped town and started over a new life somewhere else?
They're equally probable. However, we have cause for concern because he's not the type and has not demonstrated a past history of not having contact with his loved ones for this extended period of time.
In fact, Taylor called his mother every day and brought her this fern
Best thing I ever got.
a couple days before he disappeared.
He could have had a really good future. He was such a sweet boy.
Both the Johnsons and law enforcement think someone in the community has answers.
If something has happened to Mr. Johnson, after 2 years, it's still weighing on somebody's mind. So we certainly hope that someone is willing to come forward and give us concrete information that they know to be factual that we can follow up on.
I just wish we could go back to that day. People don't understand that one day you can have your child, and yeah, he was 22, but he was still my child. Then it could be gone, and you can't bring it back.
Taylor Johnson was last seen wearing a white flat brim hat, blue shorts, and a blue shirt with red stripes. He is described as a white male with dark blonde hair and blue eyes. He is 5'11" and weighs 160 pounds. If you have any information helpful to this case, call Crime Stoppers or Lexington County Sheriff's Department. In studio, Courtney King, Watch Fox News.